I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, according to the song Barbie Girl by Aqua. People have ideas of how everyone should look and act. Girls are supposed to look like Barbie, beautiful, have great clothes, and be the life of the party. Barbie's boyfriend Ken, the role model for men, is always dressed to a T with rock-hard abs with a cool car. In our world today, people want to look and act like Barbie and Ken. In America, we do this by becoming Barbie ourselves, on TV, modeling, and magazines. What's about our own feelings that get shut out with everyone telling us to be popular? This is the way we need to be. Do we really need to be a Barbie and Ken, or can we be different? Today, we will look at the importance of accepting people's strengths and weaknesses, the role of having self-worth, and finally, suggestions for developing a positive self-image. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Having differences are what make us unique, whether it's having different hairstyle, being good or bad at sports, or being musically talented. We need to accept the differences that we all have and embrace the interests. Not everyone can be a Barbie and Ken, and we shouldn't want everyone to be a Barbie and Ken. Take Steven Spielberg, for instance. According to Reader's Digest article by Fran Lasses from July 2005, Spielberg was no Ken, and his classmates teased him. Rather than read, he preferred running around with an 8mm camera, shooting homemade wrecks of his train set. When he grew up, he wanted to make movies. Then, in 1965, his life took a complete turn. While visiting Universal Studios, he met Chuck Silvers, an executive in an editorial department. Chuck liked him and invited him to visit. For the entire summer, Spielberg recalls, I dressed in my suit and hung out with the directors and writers. It paid off for Spielberg. 10 years later, he directed Jaws, which took in $490 million, then the highest grossing movie of all time. Steven Spielberg wasn't a Ken. He even got teased, yet he was very successful because he embraced the interests that made him different. In addition to accepting our strengths and weaknesses, we need to stand up, take charge of our emotions, and be responsible for our own feelings of self-worth. But what exactly is self-worth? According to Merriam-Webster, self-worth is a feeling that you are a good person who deserves to be treated with respect. Self-worth is also moving through the world safe in the knowledge that you have accepted your strengths and weaknesses. According to an article from Psychology Today by psychologist John M. Grahal. When we can't embrace our interests or accept our differences, we develop feelings of worthlessness. Take actor Demi Moore, for instance. She is famous and appears very happy. Has fan mail coming in every day. Has people wanting to be just like her. According to an article from Sci Central by psychologist Seth Meyers, Ms. Moore stated, "What scares me is that at the end of my life, that I'm not really lovable, that I'm not worthy of being loved." Why, you might ask? She has everything in the world. What doesn't she have to make her feel that way? One aspect could be feelings of worthlessness caused by dislike of herself, and demonstrates this with feelings of insecurity. In contrast, my cousin Angie always wanted to be a teacher. She wasn't the smartest in her class and often got told that she would never make it. But instead of listening to those who told her she would never make it, She went to college to be a teacher, and she graduated with honors. Because Angie was confident enough and wasn't afraid to be different, she is doing what she loves. Feeling unworthy like Debbie Moore is not good for anyone. So in order to avoid that, we need to develop feelings of self-worth. Doing that is not very easy, but it is important to take pride in ourselves. When we're trying to build self-worth, we have to remember that how we perceive ourselves, how we talk about ourselves, and how we represent ourselves eventually becomes our reality. We need to trust our feelings of self-worth and build or grow our special talents. If you yourself think you don't have any talent, take the time to figure out what you are good at. Everyone is good at something. Stop making your self-worth conditional on other people. Tell yourself that you matter.
Do you need to look?
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't know how to pause this, otherwise I would.
When we have positive self-worth, words cannot hurt us or perceive ourselves. Eleanor Roosevelt sums up this concept with her famous quote, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Without your consent." We, as humans, have to stop allowing others to throw us under the bus. We have to stop letting others make us feel inferior. As the song continues, Barbie sings, "Life in plastic, it's fantastic." So let's keep in mind just who Ken and Barbie are. Plastic, and not a real grown-up.